Welcome back to Obscured Reality. Mark and Stevie back with you again. Stevie, how
Yes.
the hell is it going tonight?
Well, it's going well.
Well, okay. Well, that's better than not well.
That's fair.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
hey,
yes.
I got a quick video to show you. Check this out,
Okay.
man. This is our neighbor up the street's front doorstep about 11:30 last night. Check this out. What do you think those are? Besides dogs.
Coyotes. Oh,
Days. So a couple nights ago, well, like
super
4 or 5 nights
cute.
ago, I was out in my garage, had the garage like halfway up. There's like no lights on in here, just one little dim glowing light, and it was about the same time, probably 11:30. And because I don't have really any lights on in the garage, I can see out very easily out into the street and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see come trotting down the hill in the street? A coyote.
Coyotes.
Cruising pretty good. About 10 seconds later, another one comes cruising by. So I made a noise. I went like, psst, and it looked at me and kept trotting. About 10 seconds later, it came trotting back up the street, slower, staring at me the entire time. I was like, what the heck? So I made another noise and it kept going. And I went out of the garage onto the driveway and I looked up and he was one house up in the middle of the street, turned back my direction and slowly coming my way, staring. I was like, whoa, what? So I made a noise. It ran up the street about 3 houses, turned around and just slowly started coming back, just staring at me till I obviously walked out there a little more and made some noise and he took off. But obviously the same ones, I'm sure. But
for sure.
That was just interesting.
So cute.
It was
So
just
cute.
interesting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them.
Yeah. Hey, do you like spontaneous? That's a question.
Okay. You just kind of left it like spontaneous.
Combustion. Yeah. Do you like spontaneous? You like to be spontaneous, not spontaneously combusted.
I was going to say
like,
spontaneous what? Human combustion?
Do
We
you
already
like
went over this.
spontaneity? Focus. Spontaneity. Do you like to be spontaneous?
Maybe sometimes.
Okay. Well, so yes.
Okay, yeah.
Good. Stevie, what's the recap from our first part of this episode? Do you know? You don't remember even what it was?
This shit out.
Patterson, Gimlin, Bigfoot?
Yeah. What?
The Patterson Gimlin film. We're on part 2 tonight.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Where are you? Are you on Earth? I hope so. Guys,
I am. Can you please
tonight,
cut that part out?
Tonight, maybe. We'll see. I'll have to speak to the producer.
Stop.
And see what they want to do. So, yeah, part 1, we started off Patterson Gimlin film. You all know the infamous Patterson Gimlin film, where a lot of our Bigfoot images come from today. And images, sculptures, carvings, paintings, drawings, you name it. A lot of them are based off that. So tonight's the part 2, guys. And I don't think Stevie's going to be able to tell us where we left off. But, honestly,
you had the notes, so
it's been a minute since we did part 1. So,
yeah.
I gotta say I'm pretty much in the same spot, but I do got the notes, like she said. So, I mean, obviously we're not going back through the whole damn thing, but you guys already saw it. So, we'll move on from there. We'll just do a quick recap. We talked about how they did the film. We talked about the timing and this and that, and we've started going into the details of, well, everything. We left off with some filmmaker related issues. His camera that he rented from a shop that he never returned and was issued an arrest warrant, and Patterson being arrested and eventually returning the camera in working order. So his charge was dismissed. That's where we left off. So we'll continue. This is still about, publicity and all that. That's kind of where we left off. So while Patterson had sought publicity, Gimlin, he is the other one, obviously. Gimlin was conspicuous by his absence. He only briefly helped to promote the film and avoided discussing his Bigfoot encounter publicly for many subsequent years. He turned down requests for interviews, Gimlin. He later reported that he had avoided publicity after Patterson and promoter Al Diatley, some guy we've been hearing about, had broken their agreement to pay him a 1/3 share of any profits generated by the film. Another factor was that his wife objected to publicity. Now, I'm curious if his wife just objected to publicity or if she objected to publicity regarding this film and what allegedly happened, right?
Right.
I mean, we know it happened. It's a fact. It's on film. We say alleged, obviously, because the big question for decades now is, was that a guy in a costume?
Yeah.
Right. So, and here we are again seeing Gimlin from the beginning having a foot out of this whole mess. It really is looking like he was there. This was unexpected, and he's kind of stayed out of most of this after the fact. However, Patterson, no, he's been big in this, right? With that said, being big in this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you got any comments. If you got a personal story of your own, shoot us an email at obscured with a D, obscuredr1@gmail.com. Type story in the subject line so we know what the hell it is. If you have a personal story of your own that's obscure, such as, what we do on here, we'll tell your story on here for you. Stevie, get your fingers out of your mouth, little girl. Okay? Okay? Okay?
Just chewing on my thumb. Leave me alone. Good Lord.
I chew my nails too. I love it.
I don't chew my nails. I chew the skin around my nails.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Both habits since God knows when. But the one thing I don't do is that on camera. Guys, comment down below. Should I? If you want me to bite my nails on camera, I'll bite my nails. Hey, you never know. There's people out there that are... I know someone that's totally into the pimple popping videos. Oh my God. Nasty. I'll bite my nails for you guys. You guys want me to bite my nails? I'll bite my... I'll try my hardest to let them grow out for a day.
For a day, that's asking so much.
It is. Once it gets to a certain point, it's hard.
Yeah.
It is asking a lot. I'm not joking. So, yeah, you got an obscured story. We'll tell it on here for you. We know a lot of people, don't want to come out themselves and be known to anyone, friends, family, whatever. If you would like to tell your own story on the show, we'll have you on. We can do it anonymously or not. Completely up to you. But yeah, do that. Don't forget to hit the bell. So back to Patterson, Gimlin, and the Bigfoot. Dagling wrote, Bigfoot advocates emphasize that Patterson remained an active Bigfoot hunter up until his death. Patterson. For instance, in 1969, he hired a pair of brothers to travel around in a truck, chasing down leads to Bigfoot witnesses and interviewing them. Later in December of that year, he was one of those present in Bosburg, Washington, in the aftermath of the Cripplefoot tracks found there. Cripplefoot? Krantz reports that a few years after the film was made, Patterson received a letter from a man, a U.S. airman stationed in Thailand, who assured him a Sasquatch was being held in a Buddhist monastery. I mean, if a Bigfoot was being held in a Buddhist monastery, then I'm going to want pictures if you're contacting me about this before I'm guessing he's making a flight to Thailand. Patterson spent most of his remaining money preparing an expedition to retrieve this creature, only to learn it was a hoax. He learned this only after having sent Dennis after having sent Dennis Jensen fruitlessly to Thailand, where he concluded that the airman was mentally imbalanced, and then, after receiving a second untrue letter from the man, going himself to Thailand with Jensen. Sounds like a easy way to just take a trip.
Yeah.
To obtain money to travel to Thailand, Patterson called Ron, who had returned to A&E and sold the company the theatrical rights to the clip for. He sold the company the theatrical rights to the clip for what Olson described as a pretty good sum of money. I mean, a pretty good sum of money is different to you than what it's going to be to me. You know, I mean, you might be like $1,000, and I might be like $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, 1972, Patterson died of Hodgkin's lymphoma. According to Michael Leode, Greg Long and Bill Munns, quote, a few days before Roger died, he told Bigfoot author Peter Byrne that in retrospect, he wished he would have shot the thing and brought out a body instead of a reel of film. According to Grover Krantz and Robert Pyle, years later, Patterson and Gimlin both agreed they should have tried to shoot the creature, both for financial gain and to silence naysayers. Ah, boy. I mean, that kind of throws a wrench in it, okay? Because if that's true and he actually did say that, you know, he's on his deathbed, right? So it doesn't matter what he says, he literally has nothing to lose because he's gonna be dead really fast.
That would be the ultimate troll, is to just lie on your deathbed when everyone thinks that you are supposed to tell the truth for everything.
Yeah, so that brings up a good point. That brings up a good point, though. I mean, one way to look at that is, if it wasn't true, then why would he say that? If this whole film thing with this alleged Bigfoot was not true and it was a hoax by him, why would he say something like that? You know? Hold on.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Do you feel better? I'm sure you do now.
Yes.
Good.
So, yeah, I mean, if the story was hoaxed, if this whole thing was hoaxed, why would he say that if it wasn't true? But another way to look at it, which kind of comes from what you just said, well, even if it wasn't true, I could also see him saying that just to make it more believable and keep people in the whole believability game of this, in order to simply help out Gimlin, knowing that he kind of screwed Gimlin over with the whole thing if it was a hoax. Because Gimlin took a huge step back. I mean, I don't even really see Gimlin as taking a step back. I see Gimlin as always not really being a big part of this. Just being there when it happened is kind of what it from what we've gone over. I mean, I know that's one of the theories here, which we'll probably get to later, but I mean, just from everything we've gone over so far in part one, and well, the 1 minute we've gone over tonight so far, it really looks like Gimlin never really was in the same type of game that Patterson's been playing here. Not that it's a hoax or not a hoax, who knows, right? I mean, probably is. So, you know, there's reasons, but then again, maybe he is telling the truth. In 1995, almost 3 decades after the Patterson-Gimlin filming, Greg Long, a technical writer for a technology firm who had a hobby of investigating and writing about Northwest mysteries, started years of interviewing people who knew Patterson. Interesting. Some of whom described him as Any guesses, Stevie? How did people who knew Patterson describe him? We're looking at 2 words here. Can you even guess one? Come on the spot. Pick it up. No dead spots, guys. No dead spots. What do we got? What do we got?
Prankster. I don't know.
Well, a liar and a con man.
Oh, see, I was going to say liar, but I really didn't want to go that far, but okay.
Why wouldn't you want to go that far if that's what you think?
I didn't want to be like, he's a liar, and then have you be like, funny?
Well, no, it's a word that comes to mind. I mean, with what you think other people who knew him are going to say. Doesn't mean you're saying he's a liar, although it does look like he's probably a liar. I mean, it seems he may have a history of being a liar and a con man. I mean, they both go hand in hand. So let's take a look at a couple things along those lines. Marvin, which is a pseudonym, Jerry Lee Merritt, Pat Mason, Glenn Colling, and Bob Swanson suffered financially from their dealings with Patterson, as well as 21 small local creditors who sued Patterson via a collection agency.
21 creditors?
Yeah.
Jesus Lord.
Yeah. How the fuck did he get money to fly to Thailand? Where did he have money for any of this shit? It just shows you why he kept that goddamn camera. Mm-hmm. I mean, okay. I mean, that doesn't prove Bigfoot was a hoax, though. Vilma Radford claimed Patterson never repaid a loan made to him for a Bigfoot movie Roger was planning. Radford had corroborative evidence, a $700 promissory note, quote, for expenses in connection with filming of Bigfoot, America's Abominable Snowman. Patterson had agreed to repay her $850 plus 5% of any profits from the movie. Interesting. In 1974, Bob Gimlin, with Renee DeHinden's financial assistance, sued Diatley and Patterson's widow, Patricia, claiming he had not received his 1/3 share of the film's proceeds. He won his case in 1976.
How much money did he get? Does it say?
No.
Oh.
But, I mean, here we see his own, little ally, Gimlin, who was there when they saw this thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's suing the guy. I mean, the guy's dead. He's suing his window. It's the same damn thing, though. You know, I mean, good God. I mean, it really doesn't sound like he made that much money off it from everything we've seen. So, I'm not calling bad on Gimlin. If he was owed something, I get it. But I could also see, the guy's dead. You gonna... Come on, she doesn't need any more harm. He's already dead and lost an income there. So, but, if he was owed money. Filming speed. Let's talk about the filming speed. Some of this is going to make a little sense. Some of this is going to make no sense. But to some of you out there, some of you out there, this will probably make a lot of sense. Let's talk about the filming speed. Mm-hmm. One factor that complicates discussion of the Patterson film is that Patterson said he normally filmed at 24 frames per second. But in his haste to capture the Bigfoot on film, he did not note the camera's setting. Grover Krantz wrote, Patterson clearly told John Green that he found, after the filming, that the camera was set on 18 frames per second. It has been suggested that Patterson simply misread 16 as 18. So some more under that. Quote, Dr. D.W. Grieve, an anatomist with expertise in human biomechanics, evaluated the various possibilities regarding film speed and did not come to a conclusion between them. He confessed to being perplexed and unsettled by the tangible possibility that it, the subject in the film, Bigfoot, was real. The tangible possibility that this thing was actually real. Well, technically, it was real. It's just a matter of a real what?
Mm-hmm.
A real primate we've never heard of or seen, or a real
man
human
in a bodysuit. Yeah.
Yeah. John Napier, a primatologist, claimed that, quote, if the movie was filmed at 24 frames, then the creature's walk cannot be distinguished from a normal human walk. If it was filmed at 16 or 18 frames, there are a number of important respects in which it is quite unlike a man's gait. Napier, who published before Dehinden and Krantz, contended it was likely that Patterson would have used 24 frames because it is best suited to TV transmission, while conceding that this is entirely speculative. Hold the front door, guys. We got a mosquito.
Oh.
And now we don't. So, that's assuming Patterson knows a little bit about TV and all that stuff, which it sounds like he does. He claims 16 or 18. Well, so, Krantz argued on the basis of an analysis by Igor Bortsev, that since Patterson's height is known, 5'2" or 5'3", a reasonable calculation can be made of his pace. Yeah, slow. This running pace can be synchronized with the regular bounces in the initial jumpy portions of the film that were caused by each fast step Patterson took to approach the creature. On the basis of this analysis, Krantz argued that a speed of 24 frames per second can be quickly dismissed and that we may safely rule out 16 frames per second and accept the speed of 18. Okay.
Cool.
Renee, yeah. We've seen a lot from Krantz in here with Patterson, so I don't know. Can he be trusted?
Mm-hmm.
No comment?
I think I want to hear more before. I know how I feel about this whole situation, but it's just interesting to hear.
We'll get to that at the end. Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Well, Renee Dehinden stated that the footage of the horses prior to the Bigfoot film looks jerky and unnatural when projected at 24 frames a second. And Dehinden experimented at the film site by having people walk rapidly over the creature's path and reported, none of us could walk that distance in 40 seconds. They break it down, in case anyone cares. What that person is saying is 952 frames is what it was. 24 frames a second. That equals 39.6 seconds. Okay. So I eliminated 24 frames. Bill Munns wrote, one researcher, Bill Miller, found technical data from a Kodak technician that stated the K100 cameras were tweaked. So even when the dial is set to 16 frames per second, the camera actually runs at 18 frames per second. Whoa. That's not inaccurate. I have 9 K100 cameras now. I tried it on one camera and got 18 frames per second, but the rest still need testing, and all with film running through the camera. Yeah, whatever. Fine. I don't know that I can trust some of that. Some of that I can trust, some of it I can't. Let's move on to scientific studies. Bernard Heuvelmans, a zoologist and the so-called father of cryptozoology. He thought the creature in the Patterson film was a suited human. He objected to the film subject's hair flow pattern as being too uniform. To the hair on the breasts as not being like a primate. To its buttocks as being insufficiently separated. and to its too calm retreat from the pursuing men. Now, guys, I mean, we could do an easy test of this, but it'd probably get banned, fined, and arrested. That's interesting. I mean,
you'll be look at
all the stories, Stevie, we've heard of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Okay, real or not. Look at all the stories we've heard. They appear to be pretty smart, elusive as well, but they appear to be pretty smart. I mean, are you telling me that this little Yogi Bear of a Bigfoot couldn't have snuck up into a picnic basket at a campsite, stole some woman's hairbrush, and he's brushing his fur? I'm joking, man. Come on.
I doubt that.
Yeah. So, but one of the things I think that's in there, I mean, that's all kind of important, but also the retreat of this creature from the pursuing men, he's saying, is too calm.
I kind of definitely agree with that. Because this creature is just like looking at them like, are you following me? Oh, you're following me. Like, quit following me. Like, but it doesn't show any form of like fear or like quickened attempt to leave the situation.
Well, on that note, in Bigfoot's defense, I'm 6'5", and I'm going to tell you right now, I've not come into too many situations where I felt I needed to retreat too quickly for a very good reason. A lot of people don't mess with me simply because of my size. Simply because of that alone. So I don't necessarily feel the need to maybe evacuate the area as quickly as other people do. Now,
like me, who's a full ass foot shorter than you.
Yes,
scary.
but you have, I think, and I don't mean this in a bad way. I think you have an attitude though to back it up, to take place of that.
Yeah.
I think you have a personality that where if something were to happen, you could easily open your mouth and probably make someone think twice before they try something.
Oh yeah, this mouth can either make someone think twice or it can make the situation a lot worse.
Yeah. Oh shit!
It's my talent.
I don't know where I've heard that before.
It's my talent. I can either make this awesome or I could make this really bad.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not trying to, go with it or go against it. I'm just saying, you're talking about this creature. It's supposedly huge and massive. To that effect, I used to go camping when I was a kid up into high school. We went to the same place up in the Sierra Mountains every year. And guess what's there? Bears, guys, bears. We saw bears when we went camping. If not every day, it was every other day to every 3 days. They'd come down, knock over the old school trash cans. Everyone would know because you'd hear them go bong, bong on the dirt and the rocks and shit. Knock them over, pull out the trash, go through it for food. And everyone would go up there with their lights and shine the lights on them and stare at them because that was fun to do.
Oh.
And you know what? Those bears rarely ever did retreat. Why?
They're the top of the food chain.
They know they kill your fucking ass in 2 goddamn seconds. I got easier food here in this trash can. You're not going to get in the way of my food. And if you do, well, there's a reason
you will be the food
150 feet away.
You will be the food.
They're not dumb. So, in defense, I mean, I do agree, too calm of a retreat. But then again, I kind of see the opposite of that. So, man, Stevie's tired tonight, guys.
God, yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry.
All day to prepare with naps and everything.
No, I had to work today. Yeah. I worked 10 hours today.
What?
Yeah, I work 4 10-hour days every week.
You need money? Just like the rest of us?
I know. Wow. I know. What? I'm about to have OnlyFans for my feet if things don't pick up.
Oh, we got to talk after the show.
It's just a joke.
I've already had. We gotta talk after the show.
Oh
Hey,
God, no! It was just a joke.
no,
Jesus.
not about you, not about you. Hey, hey, why don't you hit up the like, share, subscribe real quick? I'm gonna take a break.
Okay. If you could just like, share, subscribe, that would actually just be huge for us. If you hit the bell for you to get the notifications of every episode on every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific that we drop, that'd be wonderful as well. Share with your friends. Drop us a comment below. Let us know your obscure story if you would like. If you got any like details or other insight on any of the topics that we talk about, please drop them in the comments below. Again, like, share, subscribe. Anything that you do to promote our channel helps us out immensely.
Yeah, hey, share with your family too, not just your friends, because that's where the real drama is going to come in, guys, and we want to hear about that shit.
Oh God!
And hey, like, share, and subscribe to our OnlyFans once we each get an OnlyFans here coming up soon. I mean, you could make money off anything these days, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a little more fun doing this, but I could think that an OnlyFans page of anything might actually be fun. Just to, we'll talk after the show. Let's move on. God damn, OnlyFans guys. John Napier. Let's move on. He prominent primate expert John Napier conceded the likelihood of Bigfoot. I'm stuck on OnlyFans.
I know.
A real creature. He's stuck on the likelihood of Bigfoot as a real creature, stating, quote, "I am convinced that Sasquatch exists." End quote. Okay. Well, that doesn't do shit for the Patterson Gimlin film. But he argued against the film being genuine. Oh, wait. Quote, "There is little doubt that the scientific evidence taken collectively points to a hoax of some kind. The creature shown in the film does not stand up well to functional analysis." Napier gives several reasons for his and others' skepticisms that are commonly raised, but apparently his main reasons are original with him. First, the length of the footprints, quote, "the footprints are totally at variance with its calculated height." Second, the footprints are of the hourglass type, which he is suspicious of. So here you have this guy, John Napier, saying, hey, I firmly believe that Sasquatch Bigfoot exists, but I don't believe that this film is true. Here's why. Okay.
All
Esteban,
right.
Yeah. Esteban Sarmiento. That's what I'm going to put as my OnlyFans name. Esteban Sarmiento is a specialist in physical anthropology at the American Museum of Natural History.
I really hope you put Bigfoot's like feet pictures up on the OnlyFans for sale, because that
I could put my footprints as Bigfoot footprints.
I mean, you are 6'5". Yeah. We could just sell your feet.
And since it's OnlyFans, do you know what I'd put next to it to measure them with?
A cucumber.
I mean, close.
Hey, can't get demonetized on fucking YouTube.
I'm gonna cry. He spent Esteban Sarmiento spent 25 years of experience with great apes in the wild. Oh, now that's some good knowledge right there. Mm-hmm. He writes, quote, "I did find some inconsistencies in appearance and behavior that might suggest a fake." Well, of course you did, because if Bigfoot's fucking real, he's different than a fucking monkey, an ape, a gorilla, a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
He writes, but nothing that conclusively shows that this is the case. His most original criticism is this, quote, "The plantar, Plantar, part of the foot here, the plantar surface of the feet is decidedly pale, but the palm of the hand seems to be dark. There's no mammal I know of in which the plantar sole differs so drastically in color from the palm." His true. Most... Now we're getting into some good views from someone who knows what the fuck he's talking about with these types of animals as to things that nobody else is ever going to pick out. His most controversial statements are these. The gluteals, I think we already heard about the glutes. The gluteals, although large, fail to show a human-like cleft or crack. Think OnlyFans. Body proportions, in all of the above relative values, Bigfoot is well within the human range and differs markedly from any living ape and from the Australopithecine fossils. Okay, let's move on. David J. Dagling, who we've heard from a little bit, and Daniel O. Schmidt. Oh, Schmidt! Hey, dumb jokes sometimes are the best because they're so fucking dumb. They're just funny because they're dumb.
Yeah.
Come on, back me up. Or don't.
I am agreeing. Like Schitt's Creek, like the show Schitt's Creek. I love Schitt's Creek. I love the name Schitt's Creek.
It sounds to me like the Patterson Gimlin films going up Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
When anthropologist David Dagling of the University of Florida, anthropologist, and Daniel Osh. No shit, Schmidt. I didn't
Schmidt
even recognize that.
Osh and Schmidt. Schmidt.
His middle initial is O. I didn't even catch that when I said his name originally. Daniel O. Schmidt. Wow. Daniel O. Schmidt examined the film.
Too much of a child for this conversation.
Yeah, hey, guys, have a laugh. At our expense. We do. Only fans. They concluded it was impossible to conclusively determine if the subject in the film is non-human, and additionally argued that flaws in the studies by Krantz and others invalidated their claims. Dagling and O. Schmidt noted problems of uncertainties in the subject and camera positions, camera movement, poor image quality, and artifacts of the subject. Now, Stevie, enlighten us all. Where have we heard of poor camera quality, poor image quality before?
Damn near every obscured, like,
UFOs.
proclaimed, video or evidence is of poor quality, minus that one video that was supposedly released from the military where it had like 4K quality in comparison.
Yeah, that was great.
It was great. People really need to like take a note from that video and just like strive to have the same quality.
Yeah, guys, if you missed it, you missed it, and it might not even be out yet. I don't know, because it's not edited, so it ain't published yet. But one of our other shows, it'll be semi-recent to this one, prior or after. We look at some of the UAP videos and stuff from the government having to do with one of the hearings that came out recently and all that jazz. Stevie's going to sneeze. I was going to say Sneezy's going to sneeze. Nope, she's going to yawn for the 20
millionth time. Yes.
Yep. It's not that she doesn't like it. It's not that she's bored. It's just
it's just the fact that between
she works.
I work 10-hour days, and it's also 12:30 for me versus what is it, like 9:30 for you? So I get I get the shit out of the stick being over in Eastern time. So,
and honestly, I mean, serious, no joke. You got to run around a lot, setting up different camera angles and all that shit.
Yeah.
Recording your OnlyFans. So, gotcha.
You definitely caught me on that one. I was just like, I mean, it's true. Dude has to set up different camera angles. I thought we were just getting right back into that conversation, going with it, and then definitely walked into that.
If you want to make sure there is a crack in the gluteal, you need different camera angles.
Yes.
So
yes.
These two guys, they concluded, based on, this is a quote, guys, based on our analysis of the gait and problems inherent in estimating subject dimensions, it is our opinion that it is not possible to evaluate the identity of the film subject with any confidence.
Imagine that.
Dagling, well, I mean, Daegling has asserted that the creature's odd walk could be replicated. Supposed peculiarities of subject speed, stride length, and posture are all reproducible by a human being employing this type of locomotion. A compliant gait. Daegling notes that in 1967, movie and television special effects were primitive compared to the more sophisticated effects in later decades, and allows that if the Patterson film depicts a man in a suit, that, quote, it is not unreasonable to suggest that it is better than some of the tackier monster outfits that got thrown together for television at the time. That, I believe, may be true.
I do agree with that statement.
That still doesn't prove that this was a real elusive bipedal creature.
Right. No, this just proves that it is a great costume versus like the swamp monster costume.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Speaking of costume, we're going to get to costume real soon. Well, soon. Yeah. Not yet, but soon. So, Jessica Rose and James Gamble. Jessica Rose and James Gamble are authors of the definitive text on human gait, Human Walking. They operate the Motion and Gait Analysis Lab at Stanford University. They conducted a high-tech human replication attempt of Patty's gait. Patty, in other words, do you know the Bigfoot? Patty, yes. After Patterson.
Yes.
They conducted a high-tech human replication attempt of Patty's gait in cooperation with Jeff Meldrum. Rose was certain their subject had matched Patty's gait, while Gamble was not quite as sure. Meldrum was impressed and acknowledged that some aspects of the creature's walk had been replicated, but not all. The narrator said, even the experts can see the gait test could not replicate all parameters of the gait. Now, Jesus Christ. It would seem to me that if you wanted to just 100% match this, you're going to have something the same size. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to know the exact size of this thing and get someone that's like really super close to this size. I could be wrong, but who knows? I think, Stevie, that this would probably be a good point in the show to replay the video real quick and refresh our memories on Patty and Patty's gait. This is the stabilized 10-second version. Let's play it now. Oh, look at me. Interesting. Okay. Now here is the want to make you throw up Blair Witch blotchy sporadic version, which never really was a problem with me until I watched it doing this, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna puke. Here we go. There's something about that face that gets me, like it's too white around the nose to the eyes area compared to the rest of the body. Of course, the rest of the body is hair or fur or Rogaine. Looks like a silverback Sasquatch. Mm-hmm. I mean, female or not, it's got a pretty nice ass. But the crack matters too, like they've been saying. And you see kind of a hair, almost what looks to be hairless around the midsection.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not even gonna say it, but yeah, hairless around the midsection. I'm not saying it is. It just kind of like, let's watch it once more right now. Kind of comes off like that, which I've seen with other primates, as if this is a primate. And it might not be, but I'm just saying it.
Can't really I'm just tell. It's hard to tell. Oh my god. So just I can't. Yeah. Now that you've spoiled me with the stabilized one, now it's just.
There we go. Close up on the hair. I mean, the thing is definitely looks splotchy.
You can't even tell. It's like the light is reflecting off of it, and it's so super shiny, which to me is also odd, because if it was that thing is probably dirtier than all get out, considering it lives in the woods. And that, like, if it looks splotchy with the sun, I'm assuming it's because the sun is like shining off of it, making it look splotchy. I don't know. I'm just guessing. It's also,
you think you notice that on the whole body then, but you don't.
Well, I mean,
something gets me.
It's not a flat surface, so
something gets me about the face, and I'm not saying that. I'm not an expert, so I don't know. But that face just doesn't ring true to me. It almost looks like a hood, kind of overhanging over the face a little bit. And I could be totally wrong. But then I look at, look at how much fur this fucking thing has, but look at the face. Where's all the fur right there in that little section,
Well, even gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans, humans, we all have non-haired faces. Like,
well, yes, but I mean, this is very drastic, and I don't know.
With just how grainy the video is, I can't say really.
Imagine that. Well, let's talk about Cliff Crook and Chris Murphy. A computerized visual analysis of the video conducted by Cliff Crook, who once devoted rooms to Sasquatch memorabilia in his home in Bothell, Washington, and Chris Murphy, a Canadian Bigfoot buff from Vancouver, British Columbia, was released in January 1999 and exposed an object which appeared to be the suit's zip fastener. Zooming in on 4 magnified frames of the 16 millimeter footage, video exposed what appeared to be tracings of a bell-shaped fastener on the creature's waist area, presumably used to hold a person's suit together. Obviously, the bottom half and the top half section, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since both Crook and Murphy were previously staunch supporters of the video's authenticity, Associated Press journalist John Humble noted, "Long-time enthusiasts smell a deserter." Now, it reminds me of a Beastie Boys song. Now, here's a little story. Let's look at the stabilized version again real quick. This is short, guys. Even in the stabilized version, you tell me they were able to get a view of what appeared to possibly be a zipper?
I don't believe that.
I mean, and look, the other thing that gets me is like how rocky that terrain is and all that, but back where this thing's walking, man, if this is a hoax, that's either a super large guy, and by large, I mean width-wise, chest, stomach, ass, or this costume, if it's a hoax, this costume was made with a lot of extras in there to fill out the body, including the breasts and the butt, I mean,
that's a very chonk in the back.
Yeah. So you gotta remember, if that is the case, then that's a lot to carry around in a environment like that.
That's a lot to carry around, even if it's real. Like that's a deep Sasquatch.
Yeah, but if it was real, then you'd be used to carrying that around.
True.
Very true. Film industry personnel. Let's move on. Dale Sheets and Universal Studios, Patterson, Gimlin, and Diatley screened the film for Dale Sheets, head of the documentary film department, and unnamed technicians in the special effects department at Universal Studios in Hollywood.
Okay.
Their conclusion was, quote, "We could try faking it, but we would have to create a completely new system of artificial muscles and find an actor who could be trained to walk like that. It might be done, but we would have to say that it would be almost impossible." A more moderate version of their opinion was, quote, "If it is a man in an ape suit, it's a very good one. A job that would take a lot of time and money to produce." Right. that still doesn't cast doubt on the possibility of this being a hoax, a fake.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Patterson got in touch with someone who does this type of thing, makes these types of suits, and does a good job, he sounds to me like, are you all right, Stevie? You're not going to pass out?
No.
Okay. Patterson really sounds like the type of guy, like almost, and I'd have to see video of him and him talking to people, but the way I'm seeing it, he sounds almost like a used car salesman type personality where he could shine a shit, he I could envision this guy going to a professional who makes these types of costumes and talking someone into making it and telling him exactly why he wants it and just reassuring, I'm going to make a shit ton of money off this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay you double what it costs you to do this. I can't give you any money up front, but once it's done and we start raking in the bucks, boom.
I owe you.
I totally see this. I mean, how else do you get 21 creditors to sue you and all these other people's? How do you get your friend Gimlin to fucking sue your widow after you're fucking dead if you're not intense. A fucking talker?
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
Come on. I mean, guys, we talked about it before. Let's see if Stevie wants to talk about it again real quick. Stevie, you remember PFEs?
Oh, proof, evidence, facts. Yeah. Proof, facts, evidence.
No. Yay! Ding! What is that? What does that mean?
It's kind of like the cornerstone of like everything that we like believe here is that like you can
doing,
like you can say this and that, but come with the proofs, the facts, the evidence to back that up. Like support your claims. That's what we need in the community is like proof, facts, and evidence to support claims like this, so that there's a serious moving forward with it, so that there's some seriousness to it. I feel like.
Yeah, you got it when you're looking at a story like that, and that's 100% correct. And when you're looking at a story like this, you have to look at the proof. You have to look at the facts. You have to look at the evidence. The proof is, well, we have a video. That doesn't prove it's real or not real. It just proves we have a video of a real life walking.
Mm-hmm.
The facts are, well, as we've already heard, a little disconcerting. Right?
Yeah.
Including from friends and family of Patterson who list him as a liar and a con man. Those are facts. That came from people. Now, whether they're lying or not, I mean, look at Mike. He's been on the show plenty of times, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't lie and call him a liar and a con man unless he was, and then I wouldn't be lying.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a good friend. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't just lie. You wouldn't expect these people to just lie about this person. You'd expect that they're probably telling the truth. Oh, man. Let's move on. Disney executive Ken Patterson. Krantz reports that in 1969, John Green, who... OnlyFans, that's all I gotta say. John Green, who owned a first-generation copy of the original Patterson film, interviewed Disney executive Ken Patterson, who, after viewing the Patterson film, asserted, quote, that their technicians would not be able to duplicate the film. Krantz argues that if Disney personnel were unable to duplicate the film, there was little likelihood that Patterson could have done so. Greg Long writes, Burns cited that his trip to Walt Disney Studios in 1972, where Disney's chief of animation and 4 assistants viewed Patterson's footage and praised it as a beautiful piece of work, although, they said, it must have been shot in a studio. When Byrne told them it had been shot in the woods of Northern California, they shook their heads and walked away. Here's some more facts and here's some more evidence. These are pros, okay? You're talking about Walt Disney Studios.
Yeah.
We know Walt Disney was very good guy. But you just look at places like...
No, he wasn't.
I'm okay, maybe not.
Oh,
but
he was...
You look at... What? Horrible? He was a
Mm.
horrible human being.
Yahtzee.
I don't know anything about him, so you enlighten me. Can you do the 1 minute version?
Let's do an episode on that version later.
Well, just give me a quick fucking thing. You're fucking saying it. What? Quick. Quick. Spontaneous.
Oh my god, I'm not being spontaneous.
Is he not a good? He's not a good guy, or
he's not a great person. No, like low key. Like he really wasn't. Like some I'll talk about that after the show.
Oh god. All right, fine. Either way, I'm going to relate this to Disneyland. I've never been to Walt Disney World, so I can't say anything about that, but Disneyland.
It's fun.
He pays attention to detail,
Mm-hmm.
and the way it seems and what I've heard from things I've read and seen, he expects his people that are making this stuff for Disneyland, he expects the same. And you can see by going there, you really do feel like you're in a different world. That's why a place like Disneyland is so famous. So many people go there.
Happiest place in the world.
Daily basis. Yeah. Well, for non-employees. No joke. Depends, but so even them, they're like, this was filmed in the woods in Northern California. Here's what I see them doing from what I just read was bye.
Yeah.
You're full of shit. These are pros. I'm kind of going to go more off what they say.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill Munns, retired, was a special effects and makeup artist, cameraman, and film editor. He argues that Universal and Disney were not the most knowledgeable studios to consult with. Oh man, delete what I just said. He says that Fox, MGM, and special effects artist Stuart Freeborn in England, quote, who had just completed his groundbreaking ape suits for 2001, A Space Odyssey, would have been preferable. He argues the film depicts a non-human animal, not a man in a fursuit. He proposes a new diagnostic test of authenticity at the armpit, natural concave skin fold versus artificial vertical crease.
What?
So now we get a pro again saying, no, I don't know. I think it depicts a non-human animal. Huh. Interesting. So, moving on, but on the same area here, Rick Baker, famed Hollywood creator of Harry. You know who Harry is, Stevie?
Yes.
This guy
okay, yeah. Yes, the movie. It's
what movie?
Isn't it from the movie? Like Harry, he's like the ape Sasquatch. Isn't it like from the movie from the 80s?
Do you know the name?
Harry?
No, Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Was that? Am I just thinking of like a TV show or a movie? Okay, look, this was when I was a child, all right? Jesus.
Oh, guys, comment down below. You remember Harry and the Hendersons? I vaguely remember it.
I was going to say, you're older than me. You vaguely, so of course I don't. Like, I remember something about it, but
Do you remember Punky Brewster?
No.
I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm sorry.
I was born in 86.
There's no excuses here. We're going to move on. You should check out Punky Brewster. If you can find
I know who Punky Brewster is. I've just never seen the show.
Okay. Check it out. You might like it.
Okay.
Thank you. So he's a famed Hollywood creator of Harry from the movie Harry and the Hendersons. This is Rick Baker. Yes, I told you it was, man.
Oh. I just didn't remember the Henderson part. Good Lord.
Do you know who Geraldo Rivera is?
I know the name.
Okay, this guy told Geraldo Rivera's Now It Can Be Told show in 1992 that it looked like cheap, fake fur after seeing the subject in Patterson's film strip. Baker said that John Chambers had a crappy walk-around suit that he sold as a gag to be played on the guy that shot the film. Later on, Baker's studio stated in a fax he no longer believes that Chambers made the suit is true. What? Okay, but why? Why the fuck don't you believe it now? You did before.
Right.
Now you
What
don't.
changed?
Oh. Oh. Maybe were you going to get sued? Defamation? Something you can't prove? I don't know that to be the case. I'm just first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Ellis Berman. Oh God, I'm gonna fuck this word up. What the hell? I am good with English. Well, I mean like spelling and pronouncing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is this show and only doing this show, Obscured Reality, where I just run into shit. I'm just like, duh.
That's great.
The Guinettes. Guinettes. I'm guessing Guinettes. Guenettetts. The Guinettes, Robert and Francis, wrote of him. I also spoke to Ellis Berman of Berman Studios in Hollywood, creators of all kinds of strange creatures, including a fake Bigfoot for a traveling pickled punk carnival exhibit. Berman denied his company created the Patterson Bigfoot, but did say he could duplicate it, but for more than $10,000 in total costs. $10,000. And at that time, that's a lot of dough. Yeah. I mean, 10 grand's enough now, but
yeah.
John Chambers. Yeah, right? Right. John Chambers.
Right.
Academy Award-winning monster maker John Chambers is most famous for his innovative flexible masks in Planet of the Apes from 1968. In a 1997 interview in a nursing home with Bigfooter Bobby Short in her nurse's uniform. See, now I'm just getting flashes of OnlyFans everywhere. Bobby Short in her nurse's uniform. He denied rumors that he had created a costume for the Patterson subject, saying, "I'm good, but not that good." I don't know if I'd want to tell people I'm not that good. Sometime before 1976, the Guinettes reported that, in answer to their questions, he concluded that if the creature is a man in a suit, then it is no ordinary gorilla suit. It is not something they bought or rented in a store. It would have to be something tailor-made. He also felt like it might have been made out of real animal fur.
Okay.
Janos Prohaska. After viewing the Patterson Gimlin film with John Green, costume designer and ape suit mime Janos Prohaska.
Ape suit mime.
You need people to wear this shit for movies.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that the word mime was going to be thrown in there, though. Like,
I don't know. I guess we'll have to Google this guy later sometime.
Yeah.
So this guy, noted for his work in the late 1960s television programs Star Trek and Lost in Space. Makes sense now?
Yes,
I mean, you've heard of those, right, Stevie?
Thanks. Yes, I have.
Hey,
Good
man,
Lord.
You never know, man. So he concluded the film's subject looked real to him. When asked if he thought the film was faked, Prohaska replied, I don't think so. To me, it looks very, very real. If the film was hoaxed, Prohaska thought it was remarkably realistic and sophisticated, and the best costume he had ever seen. And the only plausible explanation was that someone might have glued false hair, quote, directly to the actor's skin, end quote. I mean,
I don't see that.
Yeah. Like I said, large guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with man boobs or a large female, a larger female, right? Typically, they're smaller.
Yes.
However, film critic David Dagling speculates that the same effect could be had by gluing the hair to a set of tight but expandable waffle design long johns.
What? That's getting a little too technical here. Little too technical.
Huh? What's technical about that?
That's okay. So if this
Do you know what long johns are?
Yes. God damn. Yes.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. What's technical? What don't you?
Like the waffle design gluing hair to it. Like, I don't know. I just don't think.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And that sounds
That's what I
expensive
was
to do
thinking.
it that way. Like,
This guy, Patterson, if this is a hoax, I don't see that motherfucker doing that. Taking that time.
Yeah.
I see him trying to pay or coax someone into doing it for him.
doing the cheapest way.
Right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That sounds way too technical for like a hoax.
Yeah. I'd get through a fucking arm of gluing hair onto fucking long johns. Long johns. Guys, you know long johns, thermals, long underwear, something to keep you warm when it's fucking cold out. You go camping, wintertime, you live in a snowy state. I don't know. Think about how pliable and just soft that stuff is. Imagine gluing hair to this. Like, you're going to have it all fucked up. Oh, wait. But the film we just saw, the fur looked all fucked up to me. Yet someone else is saying it looks all padded down. It looks all nice and neat. I don't see that. But
it's so grainy,
I
can't tell, really.
Yeah, I can see myself getting through an arm, if that, an arm,
before losing
and then
it.
saying, fuck this, I'm switching to OnlyFans. You know? No way in hell. No way. Okay, moving on. Chris Wallace, Walas. Academy Award-winning makeup artist Chris Wallace might be a good person to consult. In the Bigfoot Forum site in 2004, presented a theory that the arching hip line represents the overlap line between a fur costume leggings section and the torso section.